Now, Pam, I want you to say something very quickly about what you loved, what Roger said on the Monday about the brain trust that he works with.
I'll paraphrase. I hope I get it right. But, Roger did a little talk on the Monday night call when they were introducing the new Life Shake and the new SPF. And he referred back to Davos, Switzerland, to the World Economic Forum that happens every year. And it's billionaires go and world thought leaders. It's a big powwow, of very important people and people of influence and people with vision. And
incidentally, you don't just walk in.
Right.
This is not something you just kind of show up for. This is like seriously by invitation.
Right. Yeah. And so he said the Davos people have been in touch with him last week and said, we're not sure where to put you anymore because we've always thought of you in the sustainability category. You're first company in the world to be climate neutral, planting trees, all the things that you do to promote a healthy climate. And now we see that you're also in the health and wellness sphere, and you're also in the earning income stability sphere. And Roger says they don't know where to put me anymore because we're in all three arenas. And isn't that great? I mean, and he talked about the momentum. So this is momentum because now we are full circle and complete and covering all the big issues that face the world right now. And people are recognizing that. The Davos people are recognizing that.
That's great. It's full circle. And I'm glad that she gave a little synopsis on it because I was not able to be on those events on Monday. I'll have to take a look at them. Okay, with that said, we can begin our program. And I'm going to turn it over to Pam Budner to start the program.
Well, thank you, Joanne. This is such a fun topic. And we're going to talk a little bit about what's in your medicine cabinet today. I sent out an invitation to my database that said men and medicine cabinets. And because I had a little thing on men's health. And I love this topic because most medicine cabinets look like the one on the right, people that don't know about what we're about. And I think about how, and you might think about today, how were you introduced to Shaklee? What was your first exposure to a Shaklee product? For Carolyn, it was Basic Age, non-toxic products. For Joanne, it was protein. For me, it was a protein because Joanne told me about the protein. So we all come in with a certain product that becomes something we love, we can't live without, and we start talking about it. And oftentimes, I think we forget to share the personal care line. So what we're going to do today is explore a little bit about the Shaklee personal care line. And what's under your sink? I'm just checking because we want to know what's under there. Let's go to the next slide. We want to talk about not having stuff like this in our house and maxing out the benefits of your membership. One of the things that is really important to communicate as we build and develop our customers and our referral sources is to let them know of the wide range of premium products that we have for home and health. It's not just vitamins, and it's not just cleaners, that we have this wonderful smorgasbord of different products that fulfill so many different needs. The other thing that I like to talk about with this is that, we have products that are safe, and people want stuff that's safe. We want products that work. And the other thing is, and I kind of get spoiled because it's been my habit now for so many years not to go to CVS or Walgreens or your Rite Aid to buy the kind of stuff we're going to talk about today, because I can use the advantage of my Shaklee membership to get those products delivered to my door. They're safe and they work. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And the other thing I just want to mention is that today we have this sort of panel of people that have actually used these products for many, many, many years. It's not just an ad on TV or in a glossy magazine where someone's paid to talk about something. We have a lot of years worth of experience in actually using these products. And I think that's what makes these kinds of conversations that we're having on Wednesday a lot of fun. So hand and body wash. We're really called to wash our hands, wash our hands, wash our hands. I know that my washing hands habit has really up-tempoed. I'm yelling at my husband to do the same thing all the time. Did you wash your hands after you came back from me? Da, 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 da. And hand wash is a fabulous product. So here's a quiz, you guys. Look at everything on this page. You got Tom's, you got Dial, you got Dove, you got Ivory, you have Caress. And which product has all these ingredients? Ready? Wheat germ, algae, aloe, marshmallow, linden flower, rosemary, and arnica. What do you think? Somebody answer.
Not Ivory, which is lye and sodium hydroxide, a strong base.
So that's the hand wash, right? It's our hand wash. It has all those wonderful ingredients in it, and it's like taking your hands to a spa. And what I do is, you know, I buy a quart bottle for every sink in the house, and I put it under that sink. So when this bottle gets a little low, I just reach under the sink and refill it. And it's just very, very convenient. That's the way I do it. And it just is so great. The other thing I just wanted to mention is, I don't know if you've ever, so you're buying a concentrate. You're not buying lots and lots of plastic. There's a brand that's very popular out there now, and I've seen it in some people's homes, and I've seen it on the shelves at my Whole Foods. It starts with a Mrs. and the next letter is M, and it comes in these wonderful sort of, I can get seduced by grapefruit and lavender and all these things. And I have happened to use that product in other settings, not my own home. And what I discovered is that the smell of that stuff stays on your hands and in your skin. So I'm smelling it all the time. And I find that just very unpleasant to have all that perfumey smell coming at me. The next product I want to just mention is the Meadow Blend Soap-Free Cleansing Bar that's on the bottom. If you have sensitive skin, this is a great product because it has oatmeal in it and vitamin E. It has a pH neutral, which means it doesn't disrupt the nice acid mantle on your skin. And it's hard milled, which just means it doesn't melt and dissolve. You know, if you've ever used the Dove, or it just kind of, water goes to it and it kind of turns into nothingness very quickly. So Meadow Blend is a great bar soap. No scummy residue. So let's go to the next slide. I think Susie's up.
I am. Thank you, Pam. And it is, like you said, so important to hear from people that are actually using these products, and not just for a week, for decades. And, you know, the formulas may get tweaked and improved as science learns new things, which Shackley is always up and ahead of. Prosanti is the shampoo that I use. I love it. It doesn't get a huge bubbly lather because of the lack of chemicals. And my hair just always feels so soft and shiny. You can, even though it's purifying, replenishing, even the replenishing, you can use it for all hair types. It's pH balanced, which all of them are. So it's the same, you know, makeup as your hair as the other is for your skin. And it just makes for really nice moisture. My hair doesn't get oily or dry, and I had really dry hair. So I just love the way that it feels. And it's just like a slight smell of freshness. Go ahead to the next one. And then this, and there's also a conditioner too, which I love too. The Prosante, I have a big cowlick in the back of my head. So, and plus with my hair thinning as well, I have used this and I love this. I seriously see a difference. And I had heard from other people, I know Sue Buda had shared a story in the past with me, So again, hearing from other people that it actually worked, because like Rogaine and Progaine, you hear in these commercials, oh, it works, you know, your hair, you're gonna have this big head of hair. But I like to know the truth and the science. It's not from a big marketing team. Our marketing team is real people that I know, that I have friends that know. So that makes a big difference. So I love, you know, putting that on my head. It really has given me a better consistency and thickness in the back of my head. And that has, I didn't even know this, that has tea tree oil in it, which I love.
Oh,
You got ginseng root, ginger. So like everything with Shackley, whatever they put together, they do it on purpose. They synergistically work to improve what each thing does.
and those are such powerful ingredients that are not some kind of chemically based. Those are natural herbs and things that, rather than inserting chemicals in the top of your head, which
Yeah,
goes
but
right into your body.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. So if you're doing chemicals, it's going into your organs as well. So we don't have to worry about that, which I
Yeah,
love.
yeah. And there's so many good testimonies to this product actually increasing the thickness of people's hair. So wonderful.
Yeah, which is
Thanks,
a big-
Susie.
It's a
That
big,
was exactly me.
Really, Sue, you want to just throw that in for a quick moment there, Sue?
Yeah, every single female on my maternal side has thinning, female pattern balding. And I was sort of going there. And then I tried Prasante. I used the whole system. My hair has to be constantly thinned. It's not graying, too much. It is thick and growing like a weed. I love this stuff. I am like all over it.
Well, that's so important because it's a big issue with female balding, actually. So that I know I know many women that have that problem, and those of us that are using the nutritional supplements, of course, and the protein, have very thick hair and can alleviate someone's issue, especially for men and women. So it's a great product. Okay,
Yeah.
Susie, you want to share some other fabulous products that people may not know about?
right. Well, I just want to
Thanks,
say the
Sue.
reason I went back to the nourishing treatment was because of Sue, because I heard her testimonial and I'm like, I forgot about that product. The deodorant, I love when I travel, I take the roll-on with me. It works. I'm very active with tennis, with running around with grandkids. I used to go to CrossFit. It worked. But when I'm home, I use a deodorant cream. Now, this is a cream. You put your fingers in it. You put it on. When I first heard about that, I was like, really? That just sounds weird. I've always used a roll-on, and I love it. I would not switch to anything else. It's got a fresh smell. I have a client that years ago, she had a really bad rash under her arm. It was painful, and her doctor, her MD, told her to get the cream. And so this is all she's been using for decades. I always have some on hand for her. But I love it, and it just goes right into your skin. Really, really great product. It's different, not what I was used to, and I love it.
Well, it's also an antiperspirant. Carolyn, why don't you share a little bit about your use of the deodorant cream?
I've used that forever, and I was the same way, Susie. It's like, I can't imagine using a cream. And also different deodorants. I remember I had to change, you'd go from one brand to another because they kind of stopped working. I've used this forever. And besides that, it lasts forever. And it works great. It's not greasy. It doesn't go and stain your clothes. You use it and it's very comfortable to use. And I'm like you are, Susie. I use the roll-on when I'm traveling, but I love the cream.
Yeah, it's a great product. And you know what? So many of the deodorants have most of them and many of them have aluminum in them or dangerous ingredients. And of course, we have our pores and our, under our armpits. So it can be really, it's really important to use something that's natural for sure. And I got away from the cream. I'm going to try it again. My big issue was sticking my fingers in the cream and using it, but I can get over that. Okay, Jennifer Cancio, share us about the spa treatment.
Sure. First of all, I'm sold on the antiperspirant cream, so I'm going to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm excited to try it. The Ultra Moisturizing Shea Butter Cream is a very lovely lotion when you want a little extra, when you want to get your skin a little extra hydrated, especially in the winter time or anytime. I'm in Florida, and it has shea butter. It has vitamin E. It has actually a lovely fragrance to it, and I'm not a fragrance person. But I do like the scent of this. You just feel extra clean. I actually put it on this morning before teaching Pilates. And while I was teaching, I was kind of smelling my arm because it smelled really nice. It has a very light fragrance to it. It is pH balance. And as Pam mentioned, pH balance is very important in products that you choose because our pH needs to have a mantle or a protective layer to prevent allergens, pollutants, bacteria, fungus, you name it, from getting into our body. So using products that take care of that pH mantle are very important. So this is a lovely cream, makes a lovely gift to introduce someone to get extra moisture in your skin.
Okay.
Jennifer, I'll add a little plus to that also, and that is I love that product. And I used it here in Florida, but I particularly used it when I was traveling to Colorado. I just felt like my skin was getting so dry. I love that shea butter.
Ditto for Arizona.
Yeah, I'm sure in the dry climates, it just gives you that extra when you're in the dry climates. When you're in
But
Florida,
it's not greasy even here when we're here in humidity. It's not like it's too much. It's a wonderful product.
No, it's a lovely product.
It has it's richer than these two items here, or the one item in the all over moisturizer.
Yeah, so our next two items, the hand and body lotion and the moisturizing shower gel, both of them are very light and very effective. I like the both of them, and the body lotion is a lovely no-nonsense lotion. I'm always looking for lotions that don't create contact dermatitis, which I'm very prone to. I'm very sensitive to chemicals, and neither the Infusel Spa nor any of the products we're talking about today in this presentation cause contact dermatitis for me. Again, both of these are pH balanced. Both of these contain something called Vital Repair Complex, and that's Shaklee's proprietary blend of 7 antioxidants, including vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin A, panthenol, which helps with nail and cuticle growth. These are superior to anything that I found in the store, particularly that body lotion, superior to some of the ones that are listed here. And I think we're listed on the previous page, like Cetaphil and Lubriderm, much more effective and doesn't irritate the skin.
Yeah, and like Pam does with the hand wash, with the which I'm going to do because it makes it so much easier to have them under each sink. I have the hand and body lotion, I have it stocked in my pantry in my bathroom. I have it downstairs, especially now because of the, washing of the hands. So if, you have 2 or 3 around, they last a long time and you don't have to use a lot to get great results. Thanks, Jennifer. Let's see what else we have here.
So yeah, that's still me. I will add one thing about that hand and body lotion with all the hand washing we're doing. I was doing my research last night, and that lotion has phytic acid, which it neutralizes the skin from the damaging reactions from the iron in our tap water. So with all the washing of hands that we're doing, there's iron in a lot of our water, and so it helps neutralize that after you're washing your hands. So I just thought I'd add that plug.
Good point.
And Jennifer, I'll add one other little plug on the hand and body. It also has some kind of a healing property in there, because I have a specific example of someone who had a topical wound that could not heal, and the hand and body lotion had some kind of a healing property. So that's not a claim, that's just a story, but there's something special in it.
Can I add one thing too about the hand and body? Jennifer, she mentioned about, and Joanne, thanks to Joanne too, now I keep one all easy, but it is the absolute best thing for your cuticles. I mean, you can take like that much, just a little bit like this, and rub it into your finger. I mean, from gardening, sometimes I just don't wear gloves like I should. And so I come in with these dirty, rough cuticles, and you just put a little bit in and just rub it like that. It's the best nail cuticle stuff. Sorry, I just had to say that.
That's okay. I use it on the bottoms of my feet also. I love the product.
I think it's unanimous that we all love it. It's something I can't do. My brought it to my boyfriend's home. He just started smearing all over his face, loving it, and he just can't get enough of it. And now he uses the youth products, but that's a product he got introduced to and just loves it. The next two items really should be in your cabinet for sun care. One is the Enfusel sunscreen for the body. It's a 30 SPF, and the other is called the Calming Complex. The Enfusel sunscreen, not only is it sunscreen, but it also has that vital repair complex, which helps protect the skin and helps nourish the skin against free radical damage. It doesn't clog the pores, and two things I'm prone to are clogged pores and breaking out from chemicals. It's very effective. And even as I was doing my research on the sunscreen is water resistant for 80 minutes. And I didn't know that until last night. What I love is it goes on, it's effective, and it's not greasy. It's absorbed very quickly. So I always have one in my tennis bag, and I can lube up my body before getting on the court and hold my racket, and that racket won't slip in my hands. So it's a very effective, non-greasy sunscreen. I have 3 bottles in my house at all time and one in my tennis bag because I never want to run out, because one year they were on back order and I was in a panic that summer.
That's a good point too, that it's not greasy. So when you're doing sports and you need to use your hands, that's a real winning point on it for sure. And for those of us that love to be in the water, 80 minutes is really a good length of time to stay on.
I've used it on my daughter, who's very fair-skinned, and she has never been burned. I'm not fair-skinned, and I don't burn easy. However, I still use SPF. We've never had a problem with her, and she's very fair-skinned, so it's very effective.
One of the funny things that happened, someone that is fair used it, and the way they applied it, they used their hands with the fingers open, and the sunburn burned them in between where they didn't. So when you put it on, it's good to keep your fingers together.
Yeah, or have a partner to make sure it's distributed well.
Yeah.
It's a very clean product, and a very clean product. I can't say enough about it. And I love hearing that it's water resistant for 80 minutes. That's a biggie for me.
I've got a quick question on that one.
Sure.
What do you know about the new Youth SPF 30? Is that a replacement for this product or a parallel product? Because it sounds
That's part of the facial regimen. So there is a Youth Mineral Sunscreen, and I actually could not figure it out, trying to figure it out. I ordered it. So I'll get it in the middle of the month, and I'll answer that question about how it feels. The previous one was really thick and mineral-based, and I'd be white going onto the tennis court, which I didn't mind because it was my face. So I'm guessing it's going to be less thick, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it'd be probably facial based because it's a smaller product packaging. And one is for body, all over body, and then the youth one will be for the face. And I agree, I'm looking forward to the new formulation.
I've only seen the new name so far, and it's exactly the same name except for Youth versus Enfusel. So thought I'd ask.
Yeah, could I make a comment? What they've done with it is they've taken out the zinc in the new Youth SPF 30. There's no more zinc in it. And the replacement is titanium dioxide.
Okay.
So it's you won't get the pasty zinc thing when you use it. Yeah.
Okay. Could we go back a slide, Joanne? Because there's one undersold product, the Calming Complex. That's a really important product, and Calming Complex is for soothing sunburn. That's kind of the complement to having your SPF. It helps with itching. It's essential for minimizing scars. I've heard of stories, I don't know any firsthand, but I've heard of stories about it being used for burns, for scarring. It's essential for wound healing. And it has something in it called a beta-glucan, which is important for soothing irritating skin, but is also important for plumping building up the skin and nourishing the skin. And I haven't had it in my medicine cabinet. However, I put it on my next auto ship, and I will moving forward because of scars and itching, and just after I've read that people put it on insect bites. So I'm eager to try it out for myself. The stories about healing for burns was pretty impressive that I've heard about.
I think it's also terrific for people with rosacea.
Okay.
I've heard that as well.
Joanne,
Yes,
can I add something about the calming complex?
sure.
It's my own personal testimony, but you know, I had Lyme disease very bad, lack of better word, skin rashes, but they were like typical rashes you get with Lyme disease. And it would feel like my legs were on fire from the inside out, and it would be all over my whole body. The calming complex is the only product that, you know, did any healing, provided any relief at all. So when I found out they were going to discontinue it, I've been stocking up on it because that product is wonderful. I mean, it was a lifesaver for me.
That's why we have to order it, and that's why this kind of presentation is so good, because some of our favorite products, if people aren't changing brands and using them, and Shaklee's not getting enough sales to produce it, they'll take it off the line, which we can understand.
Yeah.
This is a product that, you know, in my home, I stock up on, because it's either my daughter who needs it, or Terry who needs it, or, you know, my son who wants it when he comes in, especially now. So Jennifer, share a little bit about our lip balm.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joanne, I'm sorry. Sue says I have to jump in for a minute. When this thumb fought the table saw in the table saw 1, it was the calming complex that says I have no scars even.
Oh,
Wow.
oh my
You took-
gosh. You're lucky you have your thumb.
Yeah, it took off a fair chunk, including into the nail, and you wouldn't know it.
Wow.
My neighbor friend actually did chop his thumb off at he now has a prosthetic for that thumb. Similar situation, Scott. So glad that and I didn't realize about the scar issue. So that's good to know, because I scar whenever I have something happen to me.
And it's excellent for poison ivy.
Excellent. Poison ivy. That I had poison sumac one year. I didn't know that would have worked. Thanks. I'm going to stay away from all that stuff, though.
Everyone put it on your next order.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I will.
Do.
I do have it. I haven't had it in stock. I'm just out of it right now. I have a whole bunch of stuff to put on my next order. Okay, let's go to lip balm.
Lip balm, just very briefly, this has an SPF of 15, and instructions to ensure that SPF is to reapply every 40 minutes, which is pretty cool. It lasts a long time. There's no flavor to it. It has olive oil. It has cacao butter, I believe, in it also. Very natural, no flavors. You know, great for children, very portable. I usually have it in my purse, and that's about it. Yeah, very soothing to the skin.
Yeah, my daughter, it's funny because she opened it and she didn't realize it had SPF 15 in it. So that's really critical. Let's move forward here on these couple of products.
Sure. So the acne care, we have the cleansing bar to the right, and the cleansing bar has Vital Repair Complex. It has vitamin E and chamomile to soothe skin. And when fighting acne, which I had adult acne and helped my daughter through her acne, it's important not to strip the skin with harsh products. So this cleans enough. And then the acne clarifying complex has what's called salicylic acid, 0.5%. That's a beta hydroxy acid. That's a mild concentration of an exfoliant. So it's excellent to put on blemishes or on the T-zone. It has tea tree oil, burdock root, and aloe vera also to calm the skin. So it's strong enough and gentle enough not to disrupt the skin and take away all this oil and then make the skin produce more oil. So my daughter's had a lot of success with it. And it's gentle enough to use, you know, once a day or once every other day.
Excellent product. Okay, let's move along to the multi-purpose cream. We're going to have Carolyn talk about this product. And my daughter actually, her dog, I'll just share this quick thing. Her dog had a very dry patch in his ear from grooming. And I gave her some of this multi-purpose cream. And the next day she said, Mom, I should have taken that multi-purpose cream home with me because boy, did that really work on his dry patch in his ear. So I said, okay, you can put it on your next order. Okay.
That's great. Well, this is a product that I think has changed names over the years of our history. I think maybe it originally was called foot cream. Now it's called multi-purpose cream, but we have a shorthand for it, and we call it itchy boo-boo cream. Because anything that itches or little kinds of boo-boos, it just seems to be something that you want to put on. It has a little bit of a mentholated kind of a scent. It goes on very nicely. It's also, originally it was like the foot cream, and so we would use it as for when your feet get needing some special extra attention. It's particularly nice for that. I can use as an aside, we have done in the past something that we called footchels. People are used to doing facials, but we've actually done footchels. And footchels are actually just doing some actually proper care on your feet. And for those of us who live in the tropics and many times have open feet on the water, this extra product is really nice to just add a little bit of extra kind of help and repair. So sometimes it's called the basic foot, fanny, and feet. And it's a replacement for many other kinds of products that we may occasionally have at home. And so it's just one of those things that you like put on your next order and then keep in front of you and just start using it. If you ever end up, I wouldn't say for sunburns, I would be more likely to use calming complex, but for itchy, you know, if you end up with like mosquito bites or things like that, it just seems to be a wonderful itchy boo-boo product.
Yeah, and you know, like when you get a little dry patch, and as I said, that's what I gave Bridget for her dog's ear. It was like whatever they used to clean his ears gave him very dry skin, and it just works beautifully. I'll also use this as a, you know, for if I'm doing my pedicure personally and putting the moisture on it, this is a great product to use for that. And if you haven't tried it, it has a wonderful menthol odor. Gary, did you want to mention something?
Yeah, when the kids were young, other than doing the fanny cream, they had developed a severe, we call it foot acne or, you know, athlete's foot type thing. And they were like 2 and 4 or 5 years old. And they gave a harsh cream for the kids to put on at night. And in the morning, the skin would be cracked and red. We had gone to one of the Shackley meetings way back when, because our kids are in their 40s. And at that point, we put the cream on their feet and somebody had suggested, and then just put a little booty over it at night. And sure enough, what we've been fighting for 2 or 3 weeks healed in 2 nights. And it was this, yeah. And it was in a little jar or a little can.
Container.
May I say a little something?
Sure.
Back in the time when we were doing footchels, I once had a participant who said, "Oh, this foot feels like it wants to go dancing." And the other foot says, "No, I've got a headache."
Very good, Verna. Thank you. It is true when you do that. It makes a total world of difference. And you don't have to pay whatever fee that you pay when you get a pedicure. So with that, I'm going to continue moving along. There's so much. So it's, I'm going to talk, we're going to do a little flip switch now for what's in your cabinet. I have a story on Immunity Formula I. This is not in your product reference guide. So if you have a product reference guide, which I have here, you know, I keep this by my side all the time because it gives me the information that I need, such as, you know, Pam and Jennifer and Susie did great research on their product. talk, and I just usually pull up this. And so it's not in the product reference guide. This is a product that could possibly go by the wayside because a lot of people but probably now they're buying it more than ever. But it has interferon as well, and 9 immunoactive nutrients. Terry had such bad allergies that he couldn't even mow a postage stamp backyard when we lived in Connecticut. So I started on the Formula I, and we call it the bomb. Before he would go out and mow, we had 70 acres. He would go out and mow big fields with a tractor and not have to use Sudafed or any of the other products he had. He had such bad allergies that when I was dating him, I saw in his card that he had all these little red tablets, and not ever using a Sudafed or a sinus allergy product. I didn't know what it was. He got off all those products and used specifically Formula I as well as alfalfa and some of the other products. But he would take, before he went out to mow, he would take 3 or 4 of these on a full stomach, because we called it the bomb. If you have an empty stomach, you might get a little stomach issue. So you have a full meal for those that have, runny noses, itchy eyes, and serious allergy issues. Formula I is for you. Yeah. Then there's Defend and Resist. And
hey, Joanne,
yeah?
May I just add a quick thing that helps people understand about the Formula I?
Sure.
I remember years and years ago when Jim Whittam was head of our science department, when this product was developed and released. He talked about it like all the other nutrients you're taking, pardon the firearms analogy, but he said it was like a shotgun into your body. But what the Immunity Formula I was like a rifle. It directed the nutrition right to the cells that needed it most. That's just helped me understand how it functions. That's how I explain it when people say, well, I take C and I take E and I take this. Why do I need this one? And you could see how it worked for Terry. It was like a rifle right to his cells that he needed.
Yeah, it got rid of his allergies completely. And so it is an excellent product. It took a little while because he had to address the reasons why he was having such bad allergies. And of course, I took out all the cleaners from underneath his sink, which also are a contaminant for allergies. So I think that it's an excellent product. It's such an excellent product that, again, full stomach when taking it. Then there's Defend and Resist. We keep Defend and Resist in every side end table in our bedrooms. Because when you feel that, it's for people when you feel that first little scratchy throat coming up, or you kind of feel a little funny, that's when you take the Defend and Resist. And that product has echinacea in it. It has a lot of beautiful products in it that are herbal products, such as black elderberry, larch tree, all of the herbal remedies that will immediately get rid of anything attacking you. But you need to take it right when you feel that scratchy throat. And vitalized immunity as well is the same thing. When you just start feeling that little bit of tickle in your nose or in your throat, that's when you start using this product. And the echinacea Defend and Resist, you take it for a period of time. I think it's about 6-7 days, and then you stop it. It's not a product that you continue taking in your regimen. And vitalized immunity, when we were traveling to Italy with my daughter, and I travel with these products, they're always in my travel kit, because we're on the plane going to Italy and Bridget starts noticing that scratchy throat and that little tickle in her nose. And we looked at each other and went, uh-oh. I immediately started giving her Defend and Resist. I immediately gave her vitalized immunity, and she was ever so thankful that it works. And so now, the proof is in the pudding. When someone gets those kinds of instant results and realize that they're not falling ill to whatever's trying to attack them, they'll continue using them. Okay, Pam, let's talk about chewable CalMag Plus.
Okay, thanks. So this is a product that we cannot run out of this product, or my husband will have a fit. Chewable CalMag Plus. And I just wanted to give Joanne a shout out for putting all the current images of our products on, and encourage everyone to, if you haven't picked up a bottle and read a label recently, now the labels just are full of so much great information. You don't have to have a degree in nutrition, or if you need to explain something about how it works, you just read from the label. So what is, DR that Joanne just talked about? It says right on the label, supercharges your immunity. That's what it does. It's so simple. This product, it's a synergistic blend, meaning it all works together, of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. And how we use it, you'll see here on the right, the brand X's, the Tums, the Rolaids, the gas. Yes, it really helps with indigestion when you have that little bit of unsettled stomach, or you eat food that's a little too rich for you, a little too spicy. You can chew them, and that gets great results. We use it more in our house as what Mary Loomis called the lullaby mineral, because the calcium, the magnesium helps to calm you down, helps the nervous system calm down. My husband uses it because he's a very active racket player and sports player. He'll play, paddle tennis at night and come home, and to prevent cramps in the legs, he'll chew up some of the chewable calcium before he goes to bed. It's almost a daily thing for him, and he gets great results with it. If you know of anyone who has restless leg syndrome, this is a great fit for people who have that issue. It helps to our bone mass, it helps to maintain bone density, certainly. It's also for kids. Kids can, between the ages of 4 through 12, can take 2 tabs a day. The recommended amount for adults is to chew up 4 or 5 tabs. Kids, it's 2 tabs a day, ages 4 to 12. And I know to have a child chew 1 tablet before they go to sleep at night helps them to have a nice, calm, restful sleep. So it is, we have this usually 2 or 3 bottles in our medicine cabinet all the time because we don't want to run out. It's a great product.
And just to really shout out on Shackley Science on this.
Yeah.
It's, you've heard of these stories where, taking just calcium can be difficult for our heart health. This has been so balanced since it got started. Our calcium products are amazing because they've always had magnesium and vitamin D, but they also have those trace minerals, so it actually helps build bone matrix. And I was just reading on there, it also helps PMS and blood pressure. And promote colon health. Shackley is amazing on their technology to hit everything they need so you absorb this.
Great points. Thank you so much for adding that. You know what? And this is why we do these Wednesdays, to help educate our consumers and people that we have that are part of our customer base, and they don't get this opportunity to hear us unless we invite them to our Wednesday lunch and learn. I'm going to talk about Easy Jest. Now, Terry had some real stomach issues and gas and bloating, and our children are very happy we had Easy Jest for him. Everybody's very happy, but so it alleviates digestive discomfort from all food groups. We usually say to him, please, take it before we have a certain meal that might give him gas or bloating. And that's, you can see it can replace Lactaid, Beano, and not have side effects. It has side benefits. And that's the difference of our products and that's why we say, put it in your medicine chest. So it has 5 natural digestive enzymes, and it's for people who get bloating and gas. I'm going to move along because we've got quite a few slides to go through. Stomach Soothing Complex, another thing that Terry's we keep these in our vitamin chests, and we have them, a couple of bottles everywhere. and it's a relief for an upset stomach. Let's say you overeat, or you just, feel that, oh my goodness, something isn't agreeing with me. It has peppermint, ginger, fennel, and anise in it. So it's for an unsettled stomach. Let's say I used to get seasickness, and it's wonderful for, because it has the peppermint in there, and the ginger, it helps with an upset stomach when it starts rolling and feeling overly uncomfortable. That's what stomach soothing is for. It's a digestive enzyme and aid for helping you feel better in your tummy. Okay, Sue Ann, we're turning this over to you.
Okay, thank you, Joanne. And I have the privilege of helping you to understand how to keep your digestive and your colon tract happy and healthy. And I know we have moms and dads and grandparents on here, and others who have been around children, taken care of children. So I want you to think about babies and children. And the biggest thing when you have a baby and a child is what goes into those cute little cheeks on their face. You're concerned about what comes out of those cute little other cheeks. And so keeping our digestive tract healthy and working properly is so important from the day we're born till the day we go to our next life. And anyways, the digestive tract is important for absorbing nutrients. If it's not working properly, we can feel sluggish, we can feel tired, we can feel bloated, either constipation or diarrhea, skin conditions. There's all these negative things that can happen to us if we don't keep that digestive tract healthy. So along with all the other wonderful products that we've been learning about today, Shaklee has wonderful products to help keep this healthy. We have 2 fiber products. The one before that was the fiber tablets, which are, it's 5 natural food sources. There's oranges, grapefruit, soybeans, beets, and lemons. You can have 5 tabs and get 3 grams of high quality protein, fiber. Then we have the Slim Plan powder, which is the soluble fiber, which can help to take out toxins and bad cholesterol. Is proven to reduce your cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, by 33 points in 4 weeks with recommended use. Tastes great, can mix with juice or your favorite smoothie, or even water. For those of us that are power users of Shaklee, just put it in some water and drink it. It's a health drink, as I remember Dr. Summersall used to say. And these are all just great quality, high quality products that, thank you, Joanne, for showing, what would be an alternative. Alfalfa, that is my favorite. As Pam had said in the beginning, we all came in with a favorite product. This was the one that was introduced to me because I too had bad allergies, sinus infections, and I just love this product. It's a natural antihistamine, natural antidiuretic. It's a powerhouse of nutrients, and alfalfa, just of itself, the name means father of all foods. And the way that this plant grows is it has a root surface that goes 10 to 20 feet into the ground. So it's absorbing a lot of nutrients that are just so helpful for keeping us healthy. I have a personal story with alfalfa, actually alfalfa and chewable C. I had eaten some of the fake crab and was having an allergic reaction that actually I couldn't breathe. And I took like 10 of the alfalfa complex tablets and about 5 chewable C's, and my breathing started to open up because they both worked as a natural antihistamine. So I was able to do that rather than taking Benadryl or something over the counter that would just make me feel awful. So alfalfa is something you definitely want to have in your medicine cabinet.
It's also a natural diuretic. So that's, really wonderful if you feel yourself retaining water. It's a terrific for reducing it's a natural diuretic.
It's also great for anybody that has smelly feet. When my son was playing baseball and would just come in with horrible, smelly socks, smelly feet, just body odor, alfalfa definitely helped that because it's very cleansing, cleanses out toxins. You can take it as a tablet. You can make it as a tea. It's great at any age to use alfalfa.
Hey, could I just mention one thing about alfalfa? Because Jennifer gives us these wonderful smoothies. And to get a good amount of alfalfa, you got to use at least 10 a day. And if you don't like to take them, put them in your smoothie. It adds extra greens to your smoothie. It makes it taste fresh. And it's just an easy way to get that alfalfa in.
Okay, we're going to go to the next slide. It's
And if you
140.
don't really
It's
super
140.
like the taste of greens, add some cinnamon.
Add some cinnamon.
Add
Okay, it's
some cinnamon.
1:48. We're going over time today. I just want to let everybody know because I'm trying to, this is a long presentation and I applaud everyone for great information. I don't want to feel I'm cutting them off. So I just want to let you know that we're over time right now. If you feel you have to leave, feel free to leave. We are recording it, but we'll continue to the end. Sue Ann.
Okay, so Herblix. This is one of Dr. Shackley's original formulated products. I just love Herblix because it can take all those that are on the other screen, Correctol, X-Lix, all of those that are so harsh on the digestive tract, and actually pull water out of the digestive tract, which is not what you want when you're need that extra help. You need the water to help lubricate your colon. Herblix is 10% laxative, 90% colon detoxifier. So it's very, very gentle. You use it on occasion, and it's just great product. And even I know I've used it like with some young children that get constipated, because if you're constipated, what you're doing is you're absorbing those toxins back into the system, which are very negative. So it's gentle at any age. Pregnant women should not use it because it can stimulate contractions. So we do not use it with pregnancy.
Okay, thank you, Sue Ann. Excellent information.
All right, and just briefly, Core Energy. I use that every day. Yes, it gives me sustained energy, but this has antioxidant properties which help protect against free radicals. So it's a really healthy product with the cordyceps mushrooms. That is a well thought after mushroom, and all the herbs again in it make it work better. So I just take these every day for better health, not just energy. And the MindWorks helps give me focused thinking, helps me with memory, because there are times I'm looking for a word and I can't find it, but I can always recall it. So this definitely is very helpful.
And the Core Energy is so powerful too because of the ginseng and the green tea that's in there. So it's a really wonderful. Both of those products are just, again, as Pam said, read the labels. You'll get, it's for people who need more focus and responses to focus. I love the MindWorks as well, along with the Core Energy. I don't necessarily need, but I love the ginseng aspect of it.
Yeah, and great choice instead of taking an energy drink. Years ago, I drank energy drinks and it just ripped my stomach apart. This just gives you benefits to your entire body.
I wanted to also just jump a little bit to that Fiber Plan product. That was originally called Heart Plan, and the FDA would not allow Shackley to call it Heart Plan. So they had to put it as Fiber Plan, but that does reduce cholesterol very nicely for anybody who has that issue. Okay, we're going to jump to Jennifer now for hydrating. Thanks, Susie. Did we lose Jennifer? You're on mute, Jennifer.
Sorry. So this is an essential for your medicine cabinet. If you have children or, whenever there's a foodborne illness that runs through the family, hydrate is, forget the Pedialyte, forget what you see over the counter for hydration. Hydrate is easy to prepare, and it has a proprietary blend of electrolytes. It's not a sugar formula. So this is an essential, I think, for anybody with young children. when they're prone to having diarrhea and stomach upset. This keeps them hydrated. I have this in my house because I play tennis and it gets hotter than you know what in the summertime. And there's my Alexis talking back to me. I use this in the summertime when I play tennis because it gives me energy without spiking my blood sugar levels. I don't touch any of those over-the-counter sports drinks. This is my sports drink. So 2 scoops of it helps me focus and maintain energy and prevents me from bonking on the tennis court. So it's very much a multi-purpose product. I could go on more, but we're short on time. This is really an essential, I think, for everyone's medicine cabinet. Gentle sleep complex. So if you're someone that has been relying on sleep aids, know that we have an herbal formula, a sleep aid. This means being an herbal formula, you're not going to be hung over the next day as it can happen with Tylenol PM and products like that. So it has, the herbal formula is based on passion flower extract, German chamomile, and valerian root, all working together to promote sleep and a restful sleep and no hangover the next morning.
Hey, Susie.
Thank you. And pain relief complex, it was suggested to me years ago that I use this for inflammation because my legs would get really achy at night, and the nurse practitioner discovered it was inflammation. And I started taking this and it worked. It was a really good product for pain relief. Instead of taking some kind of Advil or Aleve or whatever, I'll take the pain relief complex. And again, I know I'm getting other benefits from it besides the pain relief. And it's something I take every day. This is not, again, like an Advil or Aleve where you take it once and then your pain goes away. It's not a Band-Aid. This is helping to heal my body as I take it. So it's a wonderful, wonderful product. That Boswellia extract works really, really well. And again, they put it together with other things like safflower extract, so it works to its greatest capacity. So always in my medicine cabinet.
And it's designed,
go
as you
along
told
with
me the other day, Susie, to reduce any inflammation. So if you are a person that has a tendency towards inflammation, especially as we get older, it's
Yeah, take it before vigorous exercise too to keep that inflammation from forming.
great.
Yeah.
Good to know. I will do that.
Yeah, before you're dodging horses' hoofs. Okay, so joint and muscle pain cream. The reason I was attracted to this is, one, I know there's not going to be any junk in it or any of that stuff like Roland would say, but I use it because it's, got all healthy ingredients, but it doesn't stink. I was having a real problem with the joint and muscle pain creams that other people use because the smell was like I couldn't get away from myself. So I really like using this. I do feel a difference right away when I put it on. I open my arm like from playing tennis or my knees. So it works really well and it goes right into your skin. I do want to say that Immunity Formula I, the classic formulas are in the reference guide. They're in page 56 and 57. So Immunity Formula I is in there. It's sort of hidden towards the back. So make sure you go through every page.
Is it in the new one?
I have 219 to 2020.
Okay, I have 219. What page?
56 and 57.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. All right, Pam.
Okay, so we're wrapping up now, and this is just a reminder that enjoying the whole wide range of products, and Roger said we have about 300 products in our portfolio right now.
Wow.
And as a Shackley member, you can max out your member benefits and enjoy discount buying privileges to all your health and wellness products. And you can become eligible for the loyalty rewards that go along with it. And you don't have to go down those aisles in Walgreens or Rite Aid. Right now, it's not such a great experience to go to the retail marketplace. I just love not shopping there for my personal care products. And the other thing, well, we'll go and mention this next thing. As a distributor, you really do have an obligation to redirect your spending to your own store. If I was going to open a shoe store, I certainly wouldn't go to, Mr. Jones' shoe store across the street to buy my shoes. I'd buy from my own store. It's no different with our Shackley business. Plus, you earn points, PV points, on every product you use personally. And you can easily meet the $100 monthly PV requirement. And for doing so, you get a check from Shackley that you can enjoy. So you can use 100 PV every month. We use well over 100 PV in our household every month because we enjoy all the wide range of products for home and health that Shackley offers in their portfolio. So that's a really important thing to offer to people, that whether they're coming in as a member or they're coming in as a retail customer, or you're talking to a distributor who wants to build their own business, these are products that just work. And I'd like to say this as well, and we talk about this in many different aspects of Shackley. If it's in you, on you, or around you, it becomes part of you. So if you think about all the brand X's that we just went through,
Plus, Shackley will pay you to use the best products.
Shackley pays you to use the best products. So vitalize your wallet by Shackleyizing your home. If you're considering a business, would you shop at your own store? You sure would. Don't give your business to the competition. I do not want to support Procter & Gamble or Tom's or Unilever or any of the other big corporations that have no clear mission or vision or quality control. Every first-time purchase is tax deductible, and you can simply replace products you're already using. You throw them out now, or when you use them up, replace them.
Okay, thanks, Pam. Carolyn. You're on mute.
Sorry, I had noisy neighbors. So our challenge, there is no better time than now. And so the question is your house the safest home? What we want in our home is products that are safe and products that work, products that we can trust with the purity of our ingredients. So we have the safety and the convenience of home delivery, which now is even more noticeably important, with the Shackley 100% unconditional guarantee. And so as you go through that sheet that is in your new member welcome appointment, there's a sheet that says which products do you use. So what can you replace with Shackley products that you are using that you really trust to be safe and work? And who do you know that would also enjoy having these kinds of wonderful benefits, that doesn't really like going in and picking up some of these other brand X products, but doesn't realize that there's some choices?
Thanks, Carolyn. And Carolyn will actually be checking on you, and she doesn't make appointments.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. 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 We will be checking it. And you know what? Your sponsor knows if you're doing these things, because your sponsor can see what you ordered. I always laugh at people who say, oh, I started the Prove It Challenge. I'm using the protein every day. You know that they only had 2 cans of protein. You know that would have been gone in a month. And this is like 18 weeks later. Oh, I'm using it every day. And I go, okay. So we'll check.
Okay, well, thank you all. Great information. Again, invite new people. Tomorrow night, you'll see us here at 7:45 for discussion. The Thursday night skill ups are for interested business people. So don't think the Wednesdays are for product. Thursdays are for business. You can print out your calendar. I sent out everybody, and it has the times on there. The only time change, Lauren, by the way, I have to put in here, is the MC Mentors time, which is the 3rd Thursday of the month, will be at a different time. So we'll correct that and add that in. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.